The Northwest Police Acting Provincial Commissioner Patrick Asaneng says there are no illegal miners dead or alive at the Stilfontein Mine in the Northwest.
Now, earlier, a cage was lowered underground at Shaft 11 to verify reports by community volunteers that no illegal miners were underground.
Asaneng says they are waiting for a report from the Mine Rescue South Africa to make sure that the process is indeed concluded.
He says the majority of the people who resurfaced alive and the bodies that were retrieved are those of illegal foreigners.
246 illegal miners have been retrieved alive since Monday and 78 bodies have been brought to surface.
Asaneng says Operation Valumkoti will continue.
He also says that the priority in the Northwest now is to make sure that no one will be closed in this disused mine.
All right, for more on Stilfontein, we're joined by SABC News reporter Tebogo Phakedi. Good afternoon, Tebogo. So it's stated that no illegal miners remain underground, dead or alive. Just talk us through this. Are all stakeholders in agreement with this specific statement?
That report was given by the acting Provincial Police Commissioner, Patrick Asaneng, as you have already alluded. However, that is the report they received from the Mines Rescue SA. Of course, they did indicate that a detailed report will then follow, as they have to go back, do an assessment of the visual data that was collected underground today. This, of course, after two volunteers indicated that there is no illegal miner that is alive underground. Therefore, they had to send a cage underground to ascertain themselves with this. Now, all the stakeholders will have to sit down, analyze the report that they would have received from the Mines Rescue SA, and of course, from there, that's when they will have, an agreement as to what is it that they present to the media as far as the outcome is concerned.
And then, insofar as the preliminary data right now, so how many miners have been retrieved from underground and how many bodies? What is the data currently?
You'd remember that this operation started on Monday. This is phase 3 of the retrieval operation. We were told that as of from Monday until Wednesday, that is yesterday, more than 200 illegal miners were retrieved, as well as 78 bodies. You'd remember that prior to this phase 3, it was community members who were volunteering to use a pull-up rope system to retrieve the illegal miners underground, and they had retrieved 9 bodies, and this in total making the number of the deceased to 87. This week, 78 retrieved, including the 9 that was retrieved last year. Now, this meaning that this week alone, this operation, that is phase 3, more than 200 illegal miners that are alive have been retrieved. We were told by police that 9 of them are in hospital, however, under police watch. As far as those that have died, we understand that majority of them are not from South Africa. We saw earlier on the General Consulate of Zimbabwe also being part of the police that were giving us a briefing to indicate that they will work with the South African government to ensure that they assist in as far as identification of the disease is concerned, as some of them might be from Zimbabwe. It's a bit difficult for the Department of Health as well as police at this point, because some of the bodies, we are told, are decomposed. Therefore, DNA will have to be used. Some family members urged, if they suspect that their family members might have been underground, to come forth to the police to assist as far as identification is concerned.
Now, Tebogo, did in your interactions with the acting police commissioner quiz him on the number of miners that were underground? Because you'd remember that Makua on several occasions, specifically on our platform, had indicated that there were probably still thousands trapped underground. But now, for the operation to have been concluded, and we find out in these past 3 days, only 200 and just a bit more have been retrieved, and that's the end of it. Did you guys challenge him on just that statement?
Due to the pelting showers here, it's a bit difficult to get your question, but I can tell you that as far as the numbers are concerned, yes, we've been getting different figures. If you go back, you'd remember at the beginning of this operation, the police were stationed here from August. Now, the operation, as far as, retrieving those that are underground or plea for government to assist in retrieving them, they had indicated that it was about 4,000 illegal miners that are underground. Of course, that number was disputed, but we know that as far as the number is concerned at this point, the specific number given to us by police as far as those who have retrieved and were detained, it's about more than 1,900. In addition to those who were retrieved this week as well as the deceased. Now, in total, one can perhaps, as far as the figures are concerned, say about more than, if one can say, more than 2,000 of the illegal miners confirmed to have been underground. One thing that is quite interesting is that we are told that 5 also emerged, 3 from Margaret Shaft yesterday and then 2 from Shaft 10. This suggesting that there might still be some of the illegal miners that are in some parts or different shafts. As you would know that these shafts underground are linked, although we were told that to travel from Shaft 11 to 10, one will have to take some hours. As far as Shaft 10 is concerned, we did ask the police if they will also, ensure that they retrieve miners from at Shaft 10 in actual fact. And they said that is not going to happen given that the court instructed that they retrieve from Shaft 11. As Makua, as you have indicated, that organization was alleging that these people are deprived of food. Therefore, government must also assist to retrieve them from this specific shaft, Shaft 11.
Tebogo, just in closing.
Some might be, as we might assume.
Tebogo, just in closing, what has been the reaction of the community members as well as Makua to the retrieval of 78 bodies? Because that is more than Marikana.
They are saying government was resisting. That's the term they used. Resisting to assist these illegal miners the moment they asked them to do so. You'd remember they started in October to volunteer to retrieve those that are underground. Therefore, they are saying government or even police have to be held accountable for the deaths of more than 70 illegal miners. And they are also saying, as much as they note the deaths of these illegal miners, they do not want this shaft to close, given that government has to focus on artisanal mining as a way of ridding illegal mining in South Africa.